I'm very excited to go over the next stock in uranium, the brand new stock that came out. It's going to be listed under a ticker symbol SMR. It is related to the uranium sector. It is a small modular reactor stock called NuScale. They're going to be doing a SPAC and they will be out probably mid next year. This could be very groundbreaking as the company has been around for a while, but they're making the new small modular reactors for nuclear clean energy. It's very safe. It is definitely the future. This could be like investing in Microsoft in the early 1980s, because it's had its first listing, and I really think this could be the future. The projected growth of this company is unlike anything I've ever seen. So the fact that they're going to get on the market under Nasdaq, under ticker symbol SMR, is really epic. I will likely be investing in them, even though I hate investing in SPACs most of the time. Most of the companies I don't really like. The government, Bill Gates, all of the biggest billionaires are really investing in this, and they're transitioning a lot of the reactors at these coal plants into small modular reactors. So the first thing I'm going to go, like I said, this is pretty new, recent news, and it says that the company, Fluor Corporation, they're going to be in a merger agreement with Spring Valley Acquisition Corp, by which its nuclear energy unit can go public. The deal is expected to close in the first half of 2022. And this new company, like I said, NuScale Power Corporation, it's the first time it's publicly traded, and it will focus on development of the advanced small modular nuclear reactors. And this will be the first time it's ever been listed under Nasdaq SMR. And the thing is, this is very groundbreaking. I really do hope that, the company lists and there's, opportunity to get in still cheap once they list. They have $1.3 billion cumulative capital investments already, including the Department of Energy here in the U.S. Senator Manchin, they're actually giving $700 million to go towards the effort to secure domestic production of this HALEU fuel, which is going to be what powers these reactors, these small modular reactors. Now, I'm going to in a minute go over exactly NuScale and the crazy amounts of, money that the company is going to bring in, the cash flow, eventually, and what their plan is, and really the government support. This is something, I think we've never really seen. We might have seen this with, solar companies. Some solar stocks did like 10,000% runs, in the last few years because of this, thousands of percent at least, some of the big ones. And it really is because of, the government support. And these new small modular reactors are really the future. Okay, the small modular reactors, they're safe. They're meltdown proof pretty much. They can put them in coal plants, existing coal plants, and stack them in there, fairly quickly. Now this team here at NuScale, very impressive. A lot of people, a lot of big companies, are investing in this, and they're looking to, get these SMRs up in this decade. Okay, very, very soon actually. And I love the graphics here that they have. It looks very green. The companies that they work with are just top of the companies in the world. Another thing is, like I said earlier, I think we covered this, but they're the first SMR to receive the NRC's standard design approval. So this is really big. Another company, real quick before we go through this, right here, Bill Gates' company, Terrapower, they're looking to do the same thing with competing at small modular reactors, but they were the first ones, NuScale, the company we're talking about, first ones to receive this. Okay, so this is massive. They're looking to construct one of its first plants there in Utah in 2023, and they're complete their first power module by 2026 module. And they have 11 more reactors they're wanting to do by 2027. So this is massive. NuScale's reactor is obviously smaller than Terrapower's, that's Bill Gates, but they're looking to generate 60 megawatts of power. So this is a very small, obviously, modular reactor, but this is going to be used by, countries around the world, governments, very good for military around the world to go in areas they normally couldn't, to have power. They can set up shop pretty quickly, and it's safe. The company's got a big, really nice, pipeline. Okay. They're founded in 2007, And, they've really recently, the biggest things were they've been teaming up with some big companies, the White House government support, nuclear energy is getting a lot more eyes on it. For carbon goals is if the future really is going to be small modular reactors and nuclear power, I really do think this is getting in on the ground floor when this happens, with this being like investing in the early days of like Apple or Microsoft, because energy sector, these companies, their valuations can go massive, especially because the world's carbon goals, they're looking to really, scale it up. The numbers here are crazy. So just if we're talking about small modular reactors, they compare them to the large scale reactors. These are a lot cheaper. Okay. So these are about 3.3 billion for about 924 megawatt versus 9 billion for the 2.2 gigawatt. Okay. 3-year life construction time versus about a 6-year. Obviously, NuScale is the first commercial design to ensure safe shutdown and unlimited self-cool period without operator or computer action, AC or DC power, or addition of water. So this is great. These can't melt down pretty much. I won't say they can't 100%, but they're pretty much meltdown proof. The new fuel too, it doesn't burn as high as well. So you don't need water to cool it down. The other thing is direct power source for mission critical applications and coal plant replacement. This is huge. This is what even Bill Gates and them are doing at Terrapower. They're, replacing a coal plant there, and they can do this because really this is generating, heat and steam, and it turns it produces electricity. And this is a very, very smart option for everyone to really switch to. The other thing is fuel supply infrastructure establishment for 50 plus years. The thing is, these fuel sourcings, there's not very many companies out there that make the fuel. One company that I was invested in, LEU, ticker symbol, Centrus Energy, I said, they are actually a company that produces this new HALEU fuel. And there's another one, LTBR, ticker symbol. They're still in the early stages. That's another stock I'm looking at for this complete sector for my own ETF that I'm going to be creating. It's insane the amount of money this company can make. We'll show this soon. This is pretty funny. Isabel, she's actually the first nuclear influencer. Hopefully someday they'll put me on this. Maybe if we get the channel up to 100,000 subscribers, they might actually have us on there. I really do support companies like this. In fact, the company is very close to me. I'm on the West Coast of the United States. I won't say exactly where, but I probably will go and investigate this company in person, see if I can maybe meet with them, at least tour maybe one of the facilities. When I was a kid, I got to tour a couple of nuclear power plants as a kid, so I've always been, attracted to this. But the government is supporting this $10 billion program, support nuclear bipartisan infrastructure bill to Build Back Better plan here in 2022. There's just so much money coming to this sector. The other thing is, this is the visual of it. This is really awesome. You can literally transport these on a big rig truck. These small modular reactors, they can last 60 years. This is great. I love it. It's literally the future. They can use these in space as well. Believe it or not, it's crazy. So they've got a lot of pending patents. They've already been issued patents. So they're going to be, like I said, they're going to be the Microsoft, Apple, I believe. 430 employees, pretty impressive. 35 PhDs. These are just stats I love seeing. Master degree, 146. These people are top of the industry. That's what the NuScale plant control room looks like. Looks awesome. I mean, it is the future. It's a lot better than these old nuclear power plants that we've seen. Pretty much simple design, the way the system works. The reactor build, they can drop these in so they can put the megawatts up very quickly. They can literally just drop them in. It's like a battery, the way I see it. It's like a big fuel cell battery. You can just kind of drop in to some of these plants. If you want to upscale, they can power them up pretty quickly, and they're a lot safer. I believe the scale where they need how much property that these plants need, it's very small in relation to the old properties, light water reactors. So they don't need as much land area. It's very safe. Okay. Critical services over the life cycle of the plant, they're going to be able to offer. So this is great. Licensing support, startup and testing. There's just so much revenue that's going to be coming into this. This is really my investment side. Not only the fact that I love nuclear power, safe nuclear power like this, the future, getting in on the ground floor, we're going to look at how much this company can make. Okay, the revenue here. This is crazy. For a new company like this is where we're at right now in millions, about 16, right? This is where you're getting in on the stock, possibly, where I might be getting in on the stock right here, 2022. Free cash flow. Look at this, $2 billion. You know, they can be bringing in possibly $13 billion, sorry, by 2030. And the crazy thing is, this is not only the power plants themselves, this is the servicing. This is where you start to get up, you know, this is like Apple when, you know, the iPhone release, you start to see the initial iPhone, but then you start to see the apps. Look at how much money, the servicing. You're gonna make so much money on that. Look at the cash, man, cash flow, talk about, man, getting in on the ground floor. If this really does work out the way it does, and you start to see countries across the world ask for these, you know, China, India, they want 160 there in China and India. We're looking at ground floor prices here. I really do want to invest in this company. This is not just, I don't just talk about any new companies out there. You notice I've talked about other companies before in this sector, like Rolls-Royce. Company's been around forever. They're looking to also be in the SMR space. So there is room to grow there in the business. They've got Cameco, Luxintris on here as well, BWXT. The amount of money that's going to be coming into this sector, I believe, you know, with shaky markets, commodities, people are going to be coming over to uranium. They're going to want to also invest in this. I think a lot of the people that invested in solar are going to want to come over here. The amounts of growth here, to me, even if I didn't know anything about uranium, when I see something like this, this is insanity. Okay, in 10 years, this stock could 100x. This could be a 100 bagger. Now, I believe this company is going to probably do massive amounts of splits, you know, probably in the next 10 years if they get these reactors up and they start bringing in cash revenue like this. So this company, NuScale Power, you'll probably see me talk about it a lot more. They're going to be doing that SPAC next year. It's the future. You know, I'm very bullish uranium, but if I'm going to invest in a company, I want to invest ground floor. Okay, a lot of companies out there that did SPACs, they're not worth much in my opinion. A lot of them, you know, they've pretty much had their run. This company's ground floor on the market, and the fact that they can do it quickly, fast with a SPAC, I'm probably going to invest a lot of money in this. I really hope it works out, and I hope you guys like this. If you want me to cover it more, let me know down in the comments below. Do you think this is going to be a really good stock? And until next time.